Okay, I think we were right here. Let's press A. Let's see what we got going. We continue. Alright, we're doing turnabout samurai. Load the selected save data. Why would I say no as the thing right away? Okay, we're in court. Alright, court is now in session. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. I'm so tempted to make an objection command. Go for it. I'm here for it. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio 1 of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well. I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. Oh, that's good. That's good, Mama. We love to see it. Got it right first try. You did. Great job. Beautiful work. Let's see. Prosecution may call its first witness. Very well. I call a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court. Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio, see? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station, there's a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. He died. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. And a young woman, a production assistant, who does not get a name right, Momo. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Should I listen to that whole thing again? Skip it. I think I can probably remember that. So the murder weapon was a spear. How medieval. Samurai spear added to the court record. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question, and that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call this security officer to the stand. I'm sorry, I'm so bad at reading today. I don't know what's wrong with me. We're doing our best out here, though. Will the witness declare her name? My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Oh, wow. Your name, please. She can't even fucking tell us her name without being flustered? Oh, dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma.
Yeah,
Your name, please. Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names. Wendy Oldbag, dearie. Right? Old bag. I can't. She rambles so much. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. I have no control over it. It just goes. Objection. I object to the witness's talkativeness. I mean, yeah. Hold on. Objection. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand. I was just getting to the good part, dearie. Perhaps we can get to the testimony? She's your witness, right? Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct? Yesy, I was. And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you. You know your stuff, dearie.
Yeah, that guy was much easier that time.
You may begin your testimony. She sure is one hell of an old bag. It's true. Witness testimony. Oh, I have to press something. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run through there since the morning. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 p.m. when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading towards the studio.
Yeah, I was trying to play it earlier.
This just is not right.
Yeah, even trying to...
You saw the defendant then? Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Oh, I think I clicked it too soon. Cross-examination. On the day of the murder,
Out of here, go to the dirt.
I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Oh, that's not what I want. Do we want to press things? I don't remember how we lose health.
You lose health if you object to things. You can press as much as
You can press as much as you want. Okay. Hold it. So up until that time, anyone who wanted to could go into the studio. Well, there wasn't a security guard at the gate. No. So then yes. But the main gate was locked, dearie. You'd need an employee card key to get in. I think you could probably just go around it or hop over it, though. Right, the card key that I have. So what she's saying is no one who wasn't supposed to be there could get in. Was there anyone at the studios when you arrived at the guard station? Poor old Hammer and the rest have been doing a run through there since the morning. We're gonna just press everything. A run through. They were working out a scene between the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate. They got the basics figured out by noon and were to use the afternoon for practice. Rehearsal was supposed to start at 5 o'clock. That's why poor old Hammer went to Studio 1 in the afternoon. So Powers was in his dressing room sleeping when he was supposed to be practicing. Talk about a laid-back hero. If there was a run-through in the morning, why did you only get there after noon? I had some errands to run that morning. Nobody gives a fuck. Someone was murdered. What kind of errands? Oh, well, you know. I don't know, in fact. Answer the question. Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers, observing, you know? What a liar! She said it was errands? Ma'am, we think it was you. I'm not gonna fucking, like, lie to you. We think it was you. You're my main suspect. Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station? Whippersnapper, I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job. She mad. I'm not sure your boss would see it that way. Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs. Always. Never missed one in all my years. Wow, I want to see a Steel Samurai run-through too. You could quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty. Not a bad idea. Anyway, it was 1 o'clock when I got to the guard station. Wait. We gotta press. Did you see the victim then? Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Tell us what happened next. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Hold it. So you were watching the whole time? No breaks? Not even a second? Of course. I'm a professional, you know? Or are you criticizing how I do my job, whippersnapper? No, it's just after seeing you eating those donuts in the guard station yesterday. I can watch the gate and eat donuts at the same time. Snipper whapper? I don't know why that felt like a slur, but I hated it. Old windbag is losing it, Nick. Why don't you raise an objection? So the witness was on duty through the afternoon the whole time. Very well. What did you see? Now the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Hold it. How did you know that? Oh ho ho, I have my ways, that overdressed young detective told me. I fed him some donuts and he talked and talked. If you ask me, that detective isn't cut out for his job. Okay. Poor Detective Gumshoe getting ratted out by a security guard. Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. You can't just say a certain man. 2 o'clock, you're sure? Sure as spit. Well, who was the man? Really, you should try not to get so excited at your age. You might strain something. Now, don't get your skivvies all in a bunch. I'll tell you who it was. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading towards the studio. So you saw Mr. Powers. That's what I said. Got wax in your ears, Sonny? Nick, this is your chance. Yeah, time to pull out the secret weapon. I'll say it again. It was him.
I guess.
Okay, well, we're gonna have to show this because it clearly shows that, like, the pants are too long, that it couldn't have been him. Yeah, objection. We're gonna present. Objection! Let me get this straight, old bag, or Miss Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo Old Tokyo. Miss Old Bag. Is this the Mr. Powers that you saw? Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense, Sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right? No, they can't. Whose side is Edgeworth on in this one? Well, I mean, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. I know that. I wasn't born yesterday. No one in this court is accusing you of that, Miss... witness. He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently. However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you? Humph, nosy old man. He's the judge! Of course I have proof. What? Huh? Even Edgeworth is surprised. The prosecution would like to ask the witness, please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time. How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look. What? Wow, old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Let's hear about your proof then. We're all curious. I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. Okay, that seems Very legit. Very trustworthy. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his leg. See? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy? Yeah, no, the pants are way too long on him. Please. So he had sprained his ankle? Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. She's gotta be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. I never say anything I don't mean. Hold it. We don't believe you. Whippersnapper? I haven't said anything yet. I'll have you know I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs. Everything I've said is on the straight and narrow. The up and up. Youth today. Blah, blah, blah. I always try to read her shit. Mr. Wright. Please, for all our sakes, try not to upset the witness. I think Edgeworth has met his match. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. Hold it. Trip and fall? Yes, and to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh. So Powers sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course. You helped make it better? I kissed it where it hurt. Ma'am. Let's just skip over that part, shall we? Where was the assistant then? Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle. You may continue your testimony. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Well, which one of the props? Shit. He broke a prop. Sure did. His own samurai spear. Curious. His samurai spear. The murder weapon? Luckily, I was there with my duct tape to fix it. This strikes me as a significant detail. Like, yeah, why would she leave that out? I better write this down in the court record. The murder weapon. A break in the shaft has been mended with duct tape. Was the murder weapon covered in duct tape? Right? That's what I'm saying. Seems like a pretty big thing to leave out. And is the one in the photo covered in duct tape? They just updated it. Apparently he sprained his ankle pretty bad. We're gonna just press everything. Was Mr. Powers' ankle badly sprained? Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch. Thus the nap. Anyway, saw him dragging his foot when he walked. Dragging his foot, okay. I think we've heard enough, haven't we, Your Honor? Well, there is one thing that bothers me, which is, where is this Steel Samurai costume now? No one thought about this? Actually, well, we couldn't find it. A huge piece of evidence is missing, and you think you can just, like, carry on with this trial? Love you. We're looking, though. Anyway, that's not important. It's so important! What do you mean? Edgeworth clearly gets by on his looks. Like, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about half the time. The witness did see the Steel Samurai, yes. Yeah, but it wasn't. It's clear that the person in the Steel Samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers. How do you figure? How do you suppose that his own costume wouldn't fit his legs? I suppose that's right. Are you sure you're sure, Your Honor? I'm right. Now I don't know what we're objecting to, though.
I mean, you could wait.
Yeah, I'll wait. I don't think there is anything bad that comes from waiting and seeing, but there is bad that comes from objecting too soon. You're looking, though. I think it's the cravat that gives him the aura to be dumb. Pant length? I'm not sure. Oh, the, see how, like, the pants are way too long for the person in this security photo? So, like, there's no way it was him. If that's the costume that he wears on the set, how would that be him? Why would they not have the pants tailored to his specific measurements?
Taking the mantis claw, press X while sliding to wall jump. Oh my god, that opens up so much. Okay. Jesus.
Also, is the costume a muscle suit? It's like a, yeah, he's like a samurai. So I think it's supposed to make him look bigger than he is or whatever. I suppose since there weren't any additional crew members at the studios that day, it's quite likely that it was the defendant inside that costume. I see no problem with this evidence. What the fuck, though? He still doesn't seem that convinced to me, I hope. Oh god. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? No need to ask twice. I have a really dumb idea of what happened. Okay, wait, she's continuing. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., true? The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. So if no one else went to the studio, then it would have to be the Steel Samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. I mean, I thought I already was. Okay. Hold it. How do you know that? Oh, we've already discussed this. Didn't I just explain? I gave donuts to the young detective. And then after some rubbish about it being a secret, pal, he told me everything. He's the worst. Detective Gumshoe shares his fellow officer's fondness for donuts. Donuts are good, though. Don't bring the donuts into this. The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. Are you absolutely sure? Oh, quite, Sonny. Nobody suspicious looking passed by at all. Nobody suspicious looking. Right. No one else went there. Hold it. Someone else could have let someone in. They could have hidden maybe in the drop screens. You were in your booth though, right? Like, she's so sure about this. What about before you got to the guard station? Like, so much could have happened before she got there, and she's like, no. Didn't even check the, like, cameras or anything. You mean before one? Everyone was in the employee area before then. And I locked the main gate so no one could get in. You could very easily hop that. That's not a tall gate. Not to mention, if they had, I would have seen them. Hold it. Also, because the production assistant wasn't with them? Right. I'm trying to remember what she said to us. Are you sure? The witness has answered the question. Anyone going into the studio had to pass by the witness. That's right, Sonny. You let him have it, edgy boy. Edgy boy? Old windbag sure has balls. Or, well, you know what I mean. Balls. Old windbags have a way of skipping over important details after all. Or for that matter, entirely forgetting them. How convenient. Something for you to look forward to, perhaps. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., true? The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. At what point, though, do I present? And...
Basically during that entire program. Sarah, pretty cool small kid. That it keeps skipping areas.
Wait, they objected at me again. God damn it. I am confused on this part. I probably should have objected sooner, but now I don't know.
But you can always go back and press again.
But I'm in a different part now. Like, this is the beginning of what she's saying now.
You're good.
What do you mean?
And then that means you've done the right thing if she changed her dialogue. It's like a test.
Okay. But now I don't know. I think I have to present this though. Hopefully here. Objection! Hey Joda, how's it going? Great to see you. She said at 1, everyone was in the employee area. Yeah, I guess she probably wasn't there too, huh? Okay, let's present this and see. Objection! Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate from the studios, correct? Yes, sirree, Sonny. So whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture? And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground. Right. Anyway, it's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data. Ooh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening. That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words, October 15th, 2 o'clock p.m., photo number 2. Oh, I forgot about that part. This implies that there was a photo number 1, that they're acting like there wasn't. Oh, it's about to run an ad. So I guess we will let it do that before we continue. Joda, good luck trying to find mini golf video games. I think all the golf games that I play are like regular golf. I do apologize that it's gonna run an ad. We'll just run it now, I think. I don't know. Okay, yeah, now it's running. I'm so sorry. We'll just throw that in there.
Thank you.
I might just turn off the /me's that are in all my commands because they don't work the same as they used to.
Alright, bet. There you go. It's even worse than mine.
Sorry, I don't know what to do since we're in the middle of this. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't going to be in the middle of like
Yeah, those bats are super.
important dialogue or whatever while the ads were running. It looks so much better in this small webcam with these lights behind me. These lights behind me. It was so dark back there, it really lights it up so much. Llamas, you're back! Great to see you. Welcome back.
Yeah, it's one of the main reasons I like don't measure techniques, but the feeling of actually finding like
Okay, it looks like the ads are over. Okay, so photo number 2 on this day, which implies somebody else walked by. But who? And who are they trying to cover for? Acting like nobody else went. I'm very confused. I'm very curious. Destroyer, hi! How are you? Who goes the investigations? I think we're getting somewhere, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna lurk. I've played this episode and I'm kind of afraid of spoiling anything. Have fun, Counselor Bun Bun. Oh, Joda, you're so sweet. I definitely know what you mean, and I appreciate you wanting to make sure that you don't like accidentally spoil something, because I definitely don't know what I'm doing. But it's so great to see you, and I hope you have a great rest of your night. And good luck finding a good mini golf game. Okay, let's see what we got. Even I know that means it was taken at 2 p.m. on October the 15th. Really, Sunny? Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says photo number 2. Obviously. Photo number 2? The computer only held data for 1 photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd?
Oh.
Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really was the only photo?
I bug you on the bench. So,
Order. Order. Why? Because I'm right? Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not one but two people went to the studio that day, yet there's only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access. The security lady herself. That's what I've been saying. You watch your mouth. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers. But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means two people went by. Well, yes, that's what it would seem to mean. Can the witness explain this to the court? We'll wait. I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Bitch, that's literally your job! Edgy boy, help. No. You trying to do these cute little eyes ain't gonna work on anybody, honey. Huh? Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either. Humph, some help you are. You're a whippersnapper too. What does that even mean? What even is a whippersnapper? Something the matter, Miss Old Bag? Ah, that's right. I just remembered something. Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate? Someone other than the Steel Samurai? Or, well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way. Bitch! Nobody believes you! Oh my god. Sigh. I see. Your testimony, please. Destroyer having a peaceful weekend. That's lovely to hear. Whippersnapper. Informal. A young and inexperienced person considered to be presumptuous or overconfident. Okay. I guess that makes sense. Thanks, Momo. Alright, she's about to testify about the other person. Oh, that she forgot about? Please. Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see?
Okay.
Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day. Oh my god. Ma'am. Miss Old Bag, this is the first I've heard of this. I fucking cannot. Well, of course, Sonny, I've only just remembered it. Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination. That's evidence, right? That's what I'm saying. What is with these people? Well, I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this.
I forgot that we ran into her.
Okay. Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. Hold it. How many photos are there usually? On a day when we're open to the public, we get more than 500 people. But on filming days or rehearsal days, well, we don't have much money. We never get more than 50, and that's a big day. Do you back up all of the security camera data? Well, they keep telling me to, yes. My god. So she's full of shit and also bad at her job. But those computers are just so frustrating. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking. What does that mean? Who decides that? Who determines that? How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking? Thank you. Oh, you can tell by looking at their faces, for the most part. For the most part?
Oh, yeah.
This is a murder trial, Bag! Well, I didn't touch that suspicious looking Will Powers photo, did I? I think she's missing the point. How does she keep her job, for real? Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day. Hold it! Who in the heck was in the photo you erased? Humph. A fanboy. Ma'am. Please. Steel Samurai fanboys. Real freaks, if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day. He could be the killer! Wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? Ma'am! I just bonked my fucking mic. I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words.
and move the mic closer. And she's like, I don't know if I want to move it closer. It might get in the way.
I
She's
like
still
smacked
blocking
it.
from moving
Yeah. Gotta love it. Okay. All right. Dina, hi. Thanks for the good luck.
It was still-
A stranger just in the studio, right? Possibly a stalker. Like, probably the most, like, threatening person to these people. But okay. All right. You're just security at a fucking movie studio, though. You shouldn't know these things. I keep cracking up. Please. I'm glad I can be of entertainment. Dina, how are you doing? It's great to see you. She says, well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. Ma'am, where are you going with this? The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside, and well, that's where they come in. They come in through the drain?
Y'all got fanboy infestation problem?
I told you they were freaks. Oh, and they're kids, children, whippersnappers.
I don't.
Kids? So on the photo that you erased, it was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade. What? The fuck is she talking about? I don't believe her. I don't believe her. Order, let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day. One was the Steel Samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about 2nd or 3rd grade? Oh yes, well, we see his type there every day. Can't stop him, can't catch him. A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade? I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear. Impossible, I'd think. It's quite heavy. Right, as I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data. Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect. Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him. Yeah, this is fishy as fuck.
Oh, I don't even die.
This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time. I feel like that shouldn't have to be said, but here we are. Mr. Powers? Yes? Tell me straight, were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio. I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping, honest. He's stuttering. So who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo? How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. I mean, that would check out, though, if it was a little kid in that outfit and the legs were dragging that bad. Gotta get going to work. Wiz, thank you for hanging out. I hope you have a good night at work. I hope it goes by so fast and that you can get really good sleep when you get home. Thank you so much for hanging out. I hope we could bring a little bit of joy to your day before you have to get started with work. We love you so much, and just thanks for being here. Maybe you can, I can't fucking talk. Hopefully you can maybe stop by during a break. Is what I was trying to say. Is this a more Bara Wolverine? Wait, I don't know what you mean. He does look like a Wolverine though, yes. Okay, the costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really. What? You should take better care of that stuff. Yeah, especially if people are going to try to use it as evidence that something was you. Couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a Steel Samurai costume. The fanboys would! Where does this leave me? It doesn't look good. Sniff. You're the only likely suspect right now. Nick, what are we gonna do? First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this. Right. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day. Right, but if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot.
So if you don't play the aggressive one, let's get it.
You don't sound very optimistic. I'm not optimistic at all, actually. Hey, Nick, it's time. Okay, let's go. Sigh. The definition might get censored. Wait, definition of what? What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Do you actually maybe want to take a break really quick? Are you able to?
Yeah,
I don't know what your game is like.
I'm able to.
Okay. We're just at about 2 hours, and then I'm about to reconvene in court, so I should probably take a break too.
Recess in court, so we're probably just gonna...
Yeah, we just had our court recess, so let's have a stream recess. Okay, sorry, I had a piece of garlic bread. Alright, we reconvening. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter? The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studios was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there's still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. You're really trying to get there way too quickly, buddy. Very well, Mr. Wright, your thoughts? The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. 10 years of age, or a small man, or a young woman. Right? What about the lady? The assistant lady. Dressed like a boy. Yeah, clearly they were wearing the samurai, like mask and stuff, so you couldn't tell who it was. But yeah, please go ahead and frame someone about it, I guess. I don't fucking know. I don't get it. There is another person who could have committed this crime. They shake their head no. Order. Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. Right, great. As if the stakes weren't high enough. At least... Wait. Do I not have full health?
No, this is saying if you...
If I miss this, I'll have 2
Yeah.
health bars lost. Okay, okay. So who was this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed murder? It could be any of these 3. What do we think? Chat, if you don't know the answer to this, what do we think?
Don't vote if you know the answer.
Yeah, don't vote like if you've played this.
If you're learning what the rest of them want to play along, please feel free.
Because the security lady is fishy as fuck. I don't believe a word she's saying. I think we have to say security lady. I'm scared. I'm saying it. I'm so scared. It was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag. Who? The steel samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through.
It's been a nice fix.
There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury.
Typical.
The security lady, Oldbag. What? Whippersnapper. You can't just yell whippersnapper when someone says something you don't like because it's the truth. Order, order. Is this true, Oldbag? Oldbag? That's Miss Oldbag to you. Miss Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the steel samurai costume. Then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the steel samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. I see. She also conveniently deleted the one photo, right? That's what I'm saying! No proof that it was a fanboy. It very much could have been her. And then she walked by again. Oh my god, no. I can't. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah, right here. Sherlock Holmes 2, baby! That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection and some new damning evidence? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? We'll wait. Yeah, we'll wait, I said. The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. Oh! Yeah! What? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you all think I did it? Is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there. Do something. What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way. Press further. No. This is it. We press. The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions on that day. But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer? We don't need to know your motive, just that you did it. You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive, too. Thank you.
I mean...
Indeed. That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope. Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy. The one whose photo I erased. He's only a grade schooler, though, as you said. 2nd or 3rd grade, was it? That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds tops. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? Did she marry into the old bag name? You know, that's the question we've all been wondering, honestly. That boy is not the killer. What? How can you be so sure? Oh, or is it be nice to the kids and mean to your elders day, whippersnapper? Drink every fucking time she says whippersnapper, Jesus. I have proof. Proof! Indeed? Let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed this murder? Oh. I mean, is it because, when I was this age, I could pin my old man. That's not proof she could wield the spear. I know. Okay. I guess we try it. Take that! Your Honor. The murder weapon was the samurai spear. That very spear is shown here in the photo. How could the boy have taken the spear? It's impossible. I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this? The windbag. Speechless. This has got to be a first. Good call, Mama. Very well. Do fingerprints not exist in this universe? Apparently not. I want to say maybe there's gloves on the costume, though. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Wendy. What was her name? Something old bag, Your Honor. Then the prosecution will look further into this old bag before we continue. That is all. This court is adjourned. Wait a second. I'm not going to just sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree. Me. I'm talking. Oh my god. Okay. Oh great. Stop the presses. The windbag wants to talk. This old bag, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony? Again? Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about. Ma'am. Not to talk about? By whom? If it's Gumshoe, I'm gonna fucking riot. Huh? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? Well, testify. My lips were sealed. Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. The studio? There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. How many fucking people were there that she has just conveniently lied about? They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend that they hadn't been at the studios that day. Because that's what a fucking innocent person would do. But if you're gonna go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free. Thank you, Momo. Yes, that's what we feel. I didn't see you made that command. That's beautiful. Miss Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now? If you're not gonna get arrested for murder, you're definitely gonna get arrested for withholding information. Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told. Under penalty of perjury, ma'am? No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination? Obstruction of justice would be the main charge, probably. Yeah, okay. That's fair. Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. Hold it. So you were told not to talk. That's right, by the studio and the TV bigwigs, no less. Why didn't I hear about this? Don't be too hard on yourself, Sonny. We were all in on it. Obstruction of justice, destruction of evidence, perjury. That's what I'm saying. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. Who? Oh. Well, the director and the producer, for starters. I mean, like, obviously, there's no way they were just practicing just the fucking actors with nobody there. Could probably throw false testimony in there. Yeah, just conveniently leaving shit out of her testimony until she, like, has to remember it. The director? We should have known something was fishy. We did! How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director? Of course. Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it. So where were these people? The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime, and they had a meeting after that. Where? Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer. Studio 2? I mean, didn't they say that nobody goes to Studio 2? I always do what I'm told, she responded to explain why she broke the law, right? Like, makes sense, ma'am. Edgeworth, how did you get through law school? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Well, if you look at the guide map, yeah, Studio 2, we see it, we know where it is, we know it's a whole thing. Go through the gate and all the way to the left. I mean, there was a broken tree there and everything. We knew this was fishy. We knew this was fishy! The path where the monkey's head was fallen over. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination? I think you've already asked all my questions, but... Continue! They said they had nothing to do with it. See? Hold it! Old bag, this is a trial for murder. I know that, silly. I don't think you get to use the word silly during a murder trial! Still, they were pretty convincing about having nothing to do with it. Like a murderer would be. And they gave me a little bonus on the side. They paid you hush money? Ma'am, if you think you get to sleep in your own home after this, you are sadly mistaken. So you got your bonus and you still talked. I think I've asked all the questions I have to ask. No, we're gonna continue. I guess there's no harm in getting as much info as I can. And bribery on top of everything. That's what I'm saying. Someone in Studio 2 could have gone to Studio 1 and hid behind the tree to cut through. Yes. Yes. They told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studios that day. Hold it. So they were actually in the studio. Yes, the whole day. When they heard about the murder, they beat it before the cops came. Who does that? Grumple, I'll kill this woman, I swear it. Edgeworth is pissed. I feel sorry for Edgeworth almost. She really left him hanging on this one. Yeah, she's making him look like a fool. But if you're gonna go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free. What does that mean? She's really just saying, like, I was gonna keep this to myself until you said it was me. Them? Yeah, she was only talking about the director at first. Who's the other them? Who were these people? The director and the producer. Oh. Now they're just redoing this dialogue. Where were they? In the employee area. Okay, no, this is redoing this dialogue. In Studio 2. She doesn't let me, like, press that, though. Okay, we'll take a break. Your Honor, we have learned there were others at Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present. Yet as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about these other people we have just been told of. I understand, Your Honor. This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. This court is adjourned. So wait, what is it, Momo? Okay. It's now the 18th. I think it was already the 18th, whatever. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me. Aw, really, it's nothing. Grin. Oh, or should I sniff? What? Should I sniff? We'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination. So Nick, have we figured out just who it was in that steel samurai costume? Could it really have been old Windbag? What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it was her, really. Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers. Poor old Windbag. I feel kind of sorry for her. Well, she wasn't winning any points in there with or without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios. Right, we'll be back to visit you soon. Thanks. Thanks, guys. The employee area... Ooh, to be continued. Oh. The employee area, get the suit, smuggle it through with the child, go to Studio 2, walk past camera in the costume, maybe one of the lady producers, and then they kill him? Yeah, I don't know. This...